I've never had the question. I don't know. It's such a big subject. Nobody's ever asked me the question before. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Go back 10 years and say that a president from 10 years from now is going to be up there defending the fact that men should not play in women's sports. People would say, you're crazy. That'll never happen.
So much to unpack here. Here's Donald Trump prior to his election win, continuing his anti-trans bigotry.
Did you see the two boxes? Did you see the two boxes? They were men. They transitioned into womanhood. And they fought a very good Italian. They have women's boxing in the Olympics. And they fought a very good Italian young lady. And boom, she got hit with just a left jab. She went back to her corner, said, I've never been hit like that. This is just like a defensive. Oh, they could fight Iron Mike, I'll tell you. Iron Mike would say, this is not a good thing. I know Iron Mike, and he's a great guy, Mike Tyson. He's a great guy. He's a good man.
And this is where it takes a turn yet again.
Okay, Mike's been through a lot, but he could fight. Let me tell you, that guy could fight. But can you imagine Mike? Oh, he says, put Mike in the ring with Kamala. That would be interesting. No, but can you imagine? And these two men that transitioned, you'll be shocked to know they both won gold medals. In some of the easiest fights, they're announcing a certain woman. She's a champion here, a champion there. She's great. She gets hit. Blah. That's the end of the champion stuff. It's so unfair. It's so ridiculous. And it's very demeaning to women. I think it's horrible.
Let's discuss. All right. You want me to give it to you straight? I'll give it to you straight. There are so many layers to this. And the first is the fact that he keeps talking about this. And I know this was just prior to the election, but he keeps talking about this story that does not exist. And all that it is doing, I have to be very clear about this, all that it is doing is that it serves as a wedge. If you are unfamiliar, during the Olympics, Imani Khalif was accused of being a man. She is a woman. There was another boxer who won a gold medal like Khalif, also a woman. Yet Donald Trump continues to insist, even though they are not, that they're men. Now, the journalists heard all this because it exploded on Elon's free speech platform, right? Exploded. And it all stemmed from, we thought, some idiot righties saying, looks like a man. That's got to be a man. And then they also went after Katie Ledecky, saying, oh, well, Katie Ledecky's trans. And they were just trying to transvestigate all these people who worked their entire lives to get to this point. Imani Khalif is from Algeria. You know who are banned in Algeria? Trans people. Suddenly she just became trans prior to the boxing tournament, but nonetheless. Journalists started thinking, where is this coming from? Okay, it exploded on Musk's platform, but it has to go further, right? And it did. 10 toes down. They started going ham, trying to find the origin. And we found out what the origin was. It was from Russia. That's right. The IBA, the International Boxing Association, I believe, basically created a story because they are really pissed that they were banned for downright, outright, blatant, out in the open corruption. They could not be trusted. So the Olympics were, bye-bye, see you later. So they created a story out of thin air. And they claim that they have the medical records to show that Imani Khalif is a man. And that's why that one UNO sanctioning body decided to ban her. And when each and every journalist said, well, let's see the proof. You know what they did? We'll get to it. We still haven't seen it. There was another fake story that came about in the last week or so because I saw it from none other than Paulie Malignaggi's Instagram account. He just grabbed it from probably Twitter and posted it saying, oh, here it is. And then others were saying, where did you get this from? It turns out it's debunked. It's not a thing. But they're going to continue running with it. And you want to know why they're going to continue running with it? It's because one person in the Trump orbit prior to the election said, and show the whole ball game, we are surprised at how well these anti-trans ads are working. So you know what we're going to do? Keep running them. We're going to keep doing it. We're going to run it before every Chiefs game, every Cowboys game, before the World Series, because they are performing well. They are outperforming our metrics of what we set and how we thought they would do. Trump even admits it. I didn't even know the trans thing was so popular. He has said this multiple times now. And what it does, as we have seen in class struggle, drive a wedge between the electorate. It is all they have. It is all they try to do. They do not want us to be friendly with one another. They thrive off of hate and despising thy neighbor. So what do? They then use the Riley Gaineses of the world, a 5th place finisher. They want you to believe that in that race that she was going to win. Finish 5th place. And they trot these people out. And they want it to gain momentum. Because what they view it as is a man decided to become a woman in order to win in sports. It's not true. It is not true. People join sports teams for the competitive nature and also to make friends and have a social life and be accepted and be welcome and feel just in this dark world, a sense of beaming light in the form of humanity. That's what it is. And yet they see a target. So what they do is drive a political wedge between, as they see it, women, specifically white women. And we have the demographics because they voted heavily in favor of Donald Trump. The ads worked. They did. There was another story inside of the story that in the state of Utah, where the governor is Spencer Cox, a Republican, he vetoed an anti-trans bill. You want to know why? Because it targeted 4 kids. In the entire state of Utah, Republicans said this is a serious problem. We need to save women's sports. So what are we going to do? We're going to create an anti-trans bill that targets 4 underage people. And Spencer Cox came out in a very strong statement, credit where it's due. We're objective, we're fair, credit where it's due. He said, this is inhumane. This does not make sense. So I will veto this bill. And I really hope the state legislature will get it together and not do this again. They will, of course, because it's what they run on. It's not about affordable housing. It's not about Medicare. It's not about trying to make your lives better. It's about creating an enemy, because that is what they're doing. And then also, what we haven't even touched on here is the casual domestic violence jokes that are taking place. Oh, I would love to see Mike Tyson in the ring with Kamala. Huh? Why? Who does that benefit? So you want to see Kamala get punched by Mike Tyson? How is this cheered? Where is our humanity? I'm asking. And it should be no surprise for a man who has been accused, credibly accused, by more than 30 women, that he, ironically, is saying that he cares about women and he's trying to protect women. No, you don't. You want to pass a national abortion ban so women can die. They can die in parking lots because they don't have access to health care. But you care about women so much. Tell me what happened with the E. Jean Carroll case. I'll wait. And surprise, surprise, this casual joke about domestic violence, who did he share the stage with and then allow to come to the podium in his acceptance speech, his victory speech? Dana White, who has been seen on camera striking his wife not once, but twice. But this is what y'all voted for, man. It's crazy. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.